We are the representatives from the Hong Kong Business University, and it is our pleasure to present our innovative system, HawkEye. As we know that the COVID-19 is still one of the biggest problems on the planet, and every government had put their full effort in order to deal with it. And then some countries or cities, they will implement the hygienic ordinance in order to reduce the level of spread. Just like in Hong Kong, they have mask ordinance, but is it effective that the government expected everyone to wear the mask, but is it always fit the expectation? We have found that whatever the pandemic is severe or not, yes, still have some people who will not wear their mask. So how could the government improve this situation? Indeed, the government need to consistently remind them or even warning them from the law enforcement to make sure that they will wear their mask. That's why HawkEye appears.
HawkEye is a drone-based multi-purpose detection system. There are two modes of our project. One is automatic mode and the other one is the autonomous mode. The difference between them is that the automatic mode will report the data and detected results to the human for fast response, and the other one will respond the results directly. First, the drone will set up the waypoints by using the path optimization algorithm. In this process, the drone will calculate the best path of the patrolling system, and the drone will use the controller may set up the command to apply the mission or write an automated code for cycle patrolling. And the drone will patrol by following the routine of the mission. And here is a GPS demonstration photo for the cycle patrolling. And for the mass detection of our drone, we would like to use the convolutional neural network, which is an object detection model with the deep learning algorithms. And here is an example of someone with the mask and someone without the mask. You can see that there is a red rectangular box to show someone without the mask and a green one for someone with the mask.
From the cost comparison, that between the traditional approach, which means that the government will hire people to monitor the case, or just let the HawkEye system to do it. But we find that even the users use autonomous mode or autonomous difference of using the HawkEye system is much lower than the traditional approach with the cost, which means that the users can put extra resources to other methods in order to seize the pandemic. HawkEye system is not only for the mass detection, but also in other applications, such as the search and find system, which is allow the rescue team to send the drones to the ground zero area after the natural disaster, or finding the lost contacted hikers in the mountain. Also, HawkEye implement the event trigger alert system, which, for example, the HawkEye system can notice the hikers to get far away or leave the area affected by wildfire. The crowd control system could also be implemented for searching the crowd and also giving a fast response. What is our long-term goal? One of the key factors is saving lives. In the past, many lives couldn't be saved due to the limit of technology in the natural disasters. Some of them could be saved. For example, in earthquake or in tsunami, after it happened, the rescue team are very difficult to go to the ground zero. But with the HawkEye system, the rescue team can search them in an efficient way, and then they can set up a plan to how to rescue them within the golden hours. These systems will allow to lower it by only just operating the drones in the public area. So it also can enhance the government's efficiency. At last, I will briefly talk about the summary of the business plan, which is our aims is going to offer an economical and efficient system to the countries for every crisis. We want to set the price as low as we can in order to make sure that every country, wherever they have rich resources or not, they can enjoy our services in future crises. As we believe that in long term, the HawkEye can contribute to the society and to the world. And that's our presentation. And have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, HawkEye. Thank you. You still have to have people to man the vehicle, right? Instead of letting it do autonomously. So the saving of manpower would be an issue, right, for the business model. So does that impact your business plan?
The HawkEye system can reduce the human resources needed in the automatic mode because human resources are very rare and then it's expensive to use it. But if the system of HawkEye, it can reduce the number of the human resources needed in the automatic mode, and even it did not need any person to handle it for the autonomous system. So it's relatively more economical at the cost concern.
In terms of the core technology for your team in development, is it on how you control the drone, or is it on the facial recognition technology from the aerial down? So exactly what is your core technology for this particular one?
Our core technology is actually the algorithm and program. Of course, the drone is a form for us to do the recognition or things, but the core is actually the program. Because in pandemic time, we do mass recognition, but for other application, we change a little bit about the program, and then we could use it in other events or earthquake rescue.
So you mentioned that your core technology is a program. So for now, you demonstrated the mass detection. So can you explain a little bit more? How did you train your model? Which part of the technology is built on open source? Which part is your own unique contribution?
Model is based on, the program is trained based on two models. One is use a open source OpenCV face recognition model. And when we recognize the face, we will use another pre-trained model, and we do the transfer learning to learn how to recognize mass. And then the model that we trained on is actually the mass detection model for classification. And we do find it is a very common way for people to apply, because the face recognition model allows us to have a better accuracy. Yes.
How many training days you use to do the transfer learning for the mass detection? The first question, because you said that you built on the backbone, like face recognition, you had pre-trained model. So I'm just asking, what's your backbone face detection model used?
You want to have the model name? Or yeah, I use the Inception, the Google Net one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for training the mass detection, how many days was required?
I was using 4,300. Yeah, 4,300 data for the.
And what's the accuracy?
Accuracy. The model accuracy is higher than 96%. I actually have this high. This one is the model accuracy.
We face in a public health crisis like COVID-19 is the issue of how to balance between public health control and also personal data privacy, or, data security and that sort of thing. So using that sort of the technical side apart, how do you address the privacy issue?
Because the reason we use drone is because when there is crisis, we can use the drone to solve some special incident or accident that it wouldn't. People do concern about privacy, and if the drone is flying every day, every time, people would be scared. But if there is crisis like pandemic, if we want a faster recovery, we want to shorten the time that we suffer from the pandemic, we think people will be more willing to sacrifice some of the rights in a short period of time to in exchange for a faster recovery.
And this is exactly that in public health control that we're considering why policy making is so difficult. That is
absolutely.
And when we actually design new technology, we really have to consider that.
Yes. Who are your target customers? And you mentioned the payback period. What is it? What's the assumption in getting the payback numbers?
Our target customer is majorly the government or the authority that is used for the execute or ensure the efficiency of for the ordinance and also for the search and find system. So I mentioned the payback period, which is the assumption that our revenue can cover our cost without any profit, and then after the payback period time, we can cover the initial cost and also our operational cost. So we can make the positive net cash flow.
Great, thank you for that, European.